everyone, how's it going? I know it's been a while since I've hopped on live on my page, but for those who know and for those of you that don't know, me and my husband Patrick just found out that we are expecting. Well, not just found out, but we were like telling everybody now. So we've been kind of letting that marinate. So it's been exciting news. So I just wanted to hop on live and kind of share with you guys how that's been going and how I've been taking it in and like fitting it into my life right now. So for those of you who don't know me or who are new to my page, my name is Lillian Geiger. I am an independent Beachbody coach for about 2 years now. I'm also a personal trainer and a pro bodybuilder. So yes, we are expecting in August, and it has been, hi Eddie, and it has been exciting, to say the least. And my title of my live video is what to expect when you're not expecting to expect. And it's because it was a surprise. If you follow my story, last year I was in 2 bodybuilding competitions, and when you do bodybuilding competitions, and I don't know if this is for men, I can't speak on that, but with women, your hormones change and a lot of stuff happens, so we won't get into all that, but my hormones as a female level were really off last year, and since I did 2 competitions, it was kind of off for the whole year, starting in like April. So when me and Patrick decided that we wanted to start a family, hi Meredith, I thought it was going to take forever. And you feel like, thank you. We were excited too. So, and you hear so much things like on the internet and like people saying, oh, when you hit 30, it's harder. And like, so, my own kind of stress was like, how long is it going to take for this to happen? So kind of a funny story, and I don't know if Patrick's going to be mad about me sharing, but I'm going to do it anyway, how we found out. So I had my last bodybuilding competition in September of last year, and then we took off to Italy for 10 days, which was so amazing. But we were in Italy and we were on vacation, so we were drinking wine and we were out till 2 in the morning, so no worries about any type of motherhood about to happen, right? So we get back, it's after Thanksgiving, and I had an appointment set up for a doctor, just, women doctor stuff to check up on everything and make sure everything was good. And I was explaining to the nurse at that time that, my period and my little cycles and all that were kind of off because of my bodybuilding competitions and my diet and the stress on my body. And she was like, oh, don't even worry, you're fine. So I was like, okay. So I'm sitting there all patiently waiting for my doctor. And she comes in and she's like, hey, we just want you to take a test just so we, just because. And I kind of laughed to myself and I said, yeah, okay. So I go take the test that they make me take. I come back and I'm waiting for the doctor, waiting for the doctor. And another nurse comes in and she's like, hey, so Lillian, can you explain again kind of what's up with your diet and your cycle and your hormones? So I told her the whole spiel again. And she was like, well, we gave you that test, and yeah, it was positive. And I don't know what face I gave her, but the first thing she said to me was like, I hope this is good news. And I was like, yeah, it's great news. It's just news, like not expecting to hear that. And like I said, I kind of had talked myself out of it because I was like, oh, I'm 30 and all this stuff, and you start questioning if you can even have kids. It's like this whole weird thing that women go through, and I don't know if I'm the only one, but I questioned it so much if it was going to be like for me, if like this is what God had for us. And anyway, so I find out, and now she's like handing me all these papers to like the next steps, and I'm still freaking out, not knowing what to say, what to do. So I emailed Pat and I was like, hey, I just left my doctor's appointment. So he's like, all right, I'll give you a call. So he calls me. So now I'm having this mental like fight emotionally too with myself saying, do I tell him? Do I tell him over the phone when he's sitting at work? Or do I just wait till he gets home? But I'm freaking out and I need like that other person to freak out with me. So I'm like, screw it. I'm telling him when he calls. So he calls me and he's like, so how'd it go? And I'm like, well, you know, they couldn't really check me and do my physical and stuff. So he kind of gets concerned. He's like, why? What happened? And he says, and I say, well, it's because we're pregnant. And I won't say the word he said, but he's like, you're kidding me, right? And I start laughing because I'm sure probably like when we first got married, I probably joked about it with him, which is so not cool, but it's so funny too. So he was like, you're joking. And I was like, no, I swear, like, please start freaking out. I'm freaking out. Please freak out with me. So he makes me send him a picture. Now, I love him and he loves me very much too, but I totally get it. Totally freak out moment. He's like, send me a picture of the paper that says you are, plus like you in it. So I know it's not off the internet. So I did that, emailed it to him. He calls me back and he's like, what the hell? I'm like, I know what's going on. So I'm sitting at home and I'm like, oh, wondering like all this, what's gonna happen, what's gonna, you know, and then also wondering like, how long have I been pregnant? How is this possible? You have to menstruate in order for this to happen, and like just really freaking out. So of course, you know, I call my sister because that's what girls do, and I tell her, and she automatically, like, I was like, hey, what's up? And she's kind of weird because I never call her during the day, and I tell her, and I was like, oh, so I gotta tell you something, and she just guessed. She's like, you're pregnant. And I was like, yes, and she screamed so loud, and she was super excited, and thank God she's a nurse, and she works with kids, so she just calmed me right down, and she's just an amazing sister. So it was really nice to have her comfort. And let me see, I cried when I first found out, and the nurse said, I hope these are happy tears. I was probably saying, yes, I'm so scared. Meredith, I totally feel you. I totally feel you. That's how I was too, like so excited, but so shocked, and you know, like happy shocked, not like, oh my God, how did this happen to me? But like, oh my God, how did this happen to me? You know? And Eddie, thank you. Yes. That was so sweet of you to say if we need any, boys' clothes, I will definitely let you know. We are going to wait to find out if it's a boy or girl till when he or she gets here. So I will let you know then. Anyway, so back to the story. So Patrick gets home and, you know, he walks in and we're talking about it and we're like, okay, so this is what's up. So I set up an appointment. I'll kind of get through the story. I set up an appointment. We go into the doctor. I tell her everything and she's like, okay, so I guess they base off how many weeks you are based off your last cycle. And my last cycle was like 2 days in August. So I was like, August. So she's like, okay, well, you're 18 weeks. I was like, girlfriend, there's no way I'm 18 weeks. First of all, that's halfway. I would assume there'd be like a belly or something happening there. And two, I felt like crap because we were drinking wine and staying out late and I was like not prepared to be a mom. I don't know. I was weird. It was so weird. So anyway, she's like, you're 18 weeks. And I was like, that's bull crap. So anyway, we had to wait for the next appointment when they can like measure and do all this stuff that they do to women. So we went into the next appointment and that nurse says, oh, well, you're 10 weeks. And I was like, okay, well, that can kind of make sense, I guess. But still, like, that would have been during my competition, which is also scary because I was like lifting like no other and all this weird stuff. So I was like, okay, fine. Like, she's like, don't worry, we're going to send you for a sonogram and then you'll know for sure. And I said, okay, great. Had to wait another week and a half because, you know, it's never like the next day. You can never just find out right away. Finally got our sonogram and we were 6 weeks. And we found that out right in the beginning of December. So thankfully, thank God, we are healthy. We are at 13 weeks now. So we are so excited and it's been so weird. So I don't know if it was like a mental thing, but like as soon as I officially knew I was pregnant, I started feeling sick. And I had morning sickness all through my first trimester. Like every day, all the time. And it wasn't just like morning sickness. I felt sick all through the day. And if you guys, those of you guys that follow my story and everything, oh, thank you, Marilyn. I really appreciate that. Your daughter's 19? Is it a daughter or a son? Oh my God, that's so exciting. And if you guys, you know, those guys that know how I eat, I'm mostly like, I am plant-based. So I eat vegetables and all these like plant proteins and stuff like that. And vegetables sounded so gross. Oh my God, my stomach was like bleh, and all I wanted was carbs. But then I'm like, oh my God, if I eat these carbs, I'm gonna gain weight and all this stuff. And I was stressed, and it was just so much. Oh, did Lisa feel sick too? So she can relate. She knows what's been going on. And she probably had some really good tips. I should have shared this earlier. But anyway, I muscled through, I ate my carbs, and everybody around me was like, just eat what you want, listen to your body, don't stress it. And I was like, okay, I will eat bagels and all this other stuff and hope that it's gonna be okay. But luckily, I did have some things that were still, like, I was still able to eat. Like, fruit was still good for me. My Shakeology, luckily, didn't make me feel sick. So that was really nice to have that, just to make sure that I was getting vitamins at least. And now that I'm feeling a little better, like, vegetables are kind of starting to make a comeback, but still kind of, like, weary about it. I don't know if it's just, like, mental, again, like I said. But yeah, and then I guess another kind of weird transition is like, I mean, I don't know how many of you guys out there have done a bodybuilding, and I don't even think if it matters if it's a bodybuilding competition, but like, and I don't know, maybe a lot of moms out there can relate to me at any point, but like when you're at a fit part in your life and then that change, like everything changes, like every single part of your body starts changing. And for me, that was like a really weird, it's still a really weird transition. I'm like I totally accept the fact that I'm like preggo and that's happening and it's gonna happen. I totally got that down. But it's weird to like see your body, the body that you know, change. So it's exciting and it's scary, and I'm still super nervous but about everything. Don't stress, eat what you want. It's gonna, yes, you're right, Eddie. I am not gonna stress it. I am gonna eat, and I have been eating what my body says, hey, eat, and you know, and enjoy this, and it's been great, and it has been great. I know that I need vegetables in my life, so I will hope that that progresses into feeling better. But yes, overall, my health, I feel great. My energy's coming back. I'm super excited about that. And like I said before, we're gonna wait to find out if it's a boy or girl. So that's gonna be exciting. But you know, for you guys that just hopped on here, or anybody that's watching it on the replay, like I really appreciate your guys' support. This is such a new journey, our first time ever experiencing this. So we appreciate all your love and all your support, all your congratulations, your comments, and I mean, all of you guys. We really, really love you, and thank you so much. And I'll be sharing more about this just because, like, I'm sure there's other people out there that have experienced this and probably can, like, either hook a sister up with some tips or something. So let me, right, Eddie, remember when we, oh my God. Wow. So yeah, that was our fifth. Wow. Wow, you guys, that's, well, God bless you guys, 5 kids, that's so awesome. And I'm sure Lisa is a trooper, you both are, so that's amazing, Eddie, and congratulations to you guys, and we'll definitely keep you guys posted. But again, thanks for hopping on live, thanks for watching this on the replay. If you guys have any tips, send them over. I am not gonna say that I got this figured out. Send over all the tips. Let us know what we can do to make things easier. And we have an appointment next week. So that'll be our 14 weeks. So we'll get a little more info on how big the baby's getting and all that cool stuff. So thanks again. I will be sharing more. I love you guys so much. I hope you have a great Thursday. Stay healthy, stay happy, and peace out.